In the 1950s, Norway's economy relied on exporting natural resources. Key exports included fish, timber, and raw materials. The nation's population was approximately 3.5 million people. Norway was undergoing a period of significant development. This development aimed to modernize its economy and infrastructure. Norway utilized its unique geography for early industrial growth in the 1900s. Mountains and rivers were harnessed to generate hydropower, a source of cheap electricity. This readily available and affordable power spurred significant industrial development. This occurred well before Norway discovered its oil and gas resources. Hydropower was therefore fundamental to Norway's initial industrial expansion. The Groningen gas field discovery in the Netherlands occurred in 1959. This discovery significantly increased interest in the North Sea region. Major oil companies were prompted to initiate exploration activities. The exploration activities started in the 1960s. The focus was on identifying potential oil and gas reserves. This marked a new era for energy development in the North Sea. In May 1963, Norway declared sovereignty over its maritime territory. This declaration was formalized through a royal decree. The decree specifically targeted the North Sea region. Norway asserted its rights to explore resources in the area. The decree also established Norway's right to exploit resources. This action solidified Norway's control over its maritime domain. In the late 1960s, a significant oil field was discovered in the Norwegian North Sea. This discovery followed several years of dedicated exploration efforts. The oil field's size indicated substantial reserves. This marked a turning point for Norway's economic future. The find promised to transform Norway into a major oil-producing nation. Statoil, now Equinor, was established by the Norwegian government in 1972. The goal was to maintain national control over Norway's oil resources. This strategic move ensured Norway's sovereignty over its energy sector. Statoil focused on training workers for the oil industry. It also involved building refineries to manage and process oil resources. Norway avoided the resource curse. Unlike many resource-rich nations, a key strategy was keeping oil revenues public, not privatized. This prevented the rise of a powerful, wealthy oil elite. Maintaining a strong democracy was also crucial for success. Norway established the Government Pension Fund Global in 1990. The fund was created to manage Norway's substantial oil wealth. A core principle is to only spend the investment returns. The original principle is intended to be saved and preserved. This strategy ensures long-term financial stability. It also supports future generations of Norwegians. From the 1990s-2020s, Norway's fund invested in a diversified portfolio. This strategy aimed to maximize returns across various asset classes. The fund generated substantial market returns over this period. Investment decisions adhered to strict spending limits. This approach balanced growth with fiscal responsibility. Norway strategically diversified its economy in the 21st century. This diversification aimed to reduce reliance on oil and gas revenues. By the early 21st century, oil and gas made up about 20% of the economy. Other sectors experienced growth, contributing to a more balanced economy. Diversification enhanced economic stability and reduced vulnerability. Russia's invasion of Ukraine led to a significant shift in European energy demands. European countries sought alternative energy sources to reduce reliance on Russia. Norway's petroleum sector experienced a surge in activity as a result. Increased demand from Europe drove this surge in Norway's petroleum sector. Norway became a key supplier of petroleum to meet Europe's energy needs. This surge highlights Norway's role in the evolving global energy landscape. In 2023, massive phosphate rock deposits were discovered south of Stavanger. These deposits are estimated to be the world's largest. The estimated quantity of the deposits is nearly 70 billion tons. This discovery could have significant economic and industrial implications. Phosphate is a vital mineral with diverse industrial applications worldwide. A primary use of phosphate is in the production of fertilizers for agriculture. Phosphate compounds are also essential in battery manufacturing. It is used in the creation of solar panels, contributing to renewable energy. Phosphate is further utilized in the production of electric vehicles. This makes phosphate a crucial resource for multiple modern industries. Morocco dominates the global phosphate supply, controlling approximately 70%. China is the second largest source of phosphate, Egypt is also a key player in the global phosphate market. Algeria is another significant source of phosphate reserves. These major phosphate-producing countries are located in sensitive geopolitical regions. This concentration of supply raises concerns about resource security and geopolitical influence. Norway's phosphate discovery could reshape the global phosphate market. This discovery has the potential to alter the existing balance of power. It may reduce Western nations' reliance on current phosphate suppliers. The shift could lead to greater supply chain diversification and security. Norway's phosphate reserves are estimated to be worth $24 trillion. This value rivals the remaining oil wealth of Saudi Arabia. These reserves could significantly boost Norway's economic power. The discovery positions Norway as a major player in phosphate resources. Phosphate is a crucial resource for fertilizer and other industries. Exploitation of these reserves could transform Norway's economy. Norway possesses significant phosphate deposits, a crucial resource for fertilizer production. These deposits are located approximately 4,500 meters below the Earth's surface. The extreme depth presents substantial challenges for extraction efforts. Current extraction technology is limited to a depth of about 1,500 meters. This technological constraint hinders access to the vast majority of the phosphate reserves. Advancements in deep-sea mining tech are needed to fully exploit these resources. Norway anticipates technological advancements will enable phosphate extraction. This expectation is based on its experience with the Ekofisk oil field. Technological progress is key to accessing phosphate reserves. Norway aims to leverage innovation for resource extraction. Norway possesses substantial phosphate reserves, a key component in fertilizers. Successful extraction could give Norway control of over half the global phosphate supply. This dominance would grant Norway significant influence in the phosphate market. Such market control could impact global agriculture and fertilizer prices. Norway's phosphate strategy could reshape international trade dynamics. This potential control highlights the strategic importance of phosphate resources. In 2021, China imposed restrictions on phosphate exports. The primary reason was to safeguard its domestic phosphate supply. This action led to a significant increase in global phosphate prices. The export restrictions underscored the strategic value of supply control. Phosphate is a key component in fertilizer production. Limiting exports can impact global agricultural output and food security. The EU has voiced concerns regarding the environmental impact of phosphate refining. Phosphate refining processes can lead to significant pollution. This pollution is a key reason why Europe previously outsourced phosphate refining. Outsourcing aimed to mitigate the environmental issues within the EU. The EU is now re-evaluating the environmental consequences of this outsourcing. Norway is not a member of the European Union, EU. However, Norway is a member of the European Economic Area, EEA. EEA membership subjects Norway to certain EU laws. This includes EU regulations related to environmental protection. Norway must adhere to these EU environmental laws as part of its EEA obligations. A surge in Norway's phosphate supply could harm Morocco's economy. Morocco depends on phosphate exports for about 25% of its export income. Increased supply may lower prices, reducing Morocco's revenue. This shift could destabilize Morocco's trade balance and economic growth. Norway's potential phosphate extraction could significantly boost its economy. Profits from phosphate extraction are likely to flow into the government pension fund global. This influx of capital could dramatically increase the fund's total value. The fund's value could potentially double or even triple in the coming decades. This growth would substantially increase Norway's sovereign wealth. Increased wealth could provide greater financial security for future generations. Norway's sovereign wealth fund could significantly increase in the future. Increased funds could lead to greater foreign aid contributions. Norway could also fund megacity projects or global climate initiatives. Its true power lies in restrained, disciplined wealth management.